Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 67. Tonight, in the spirit of the holidays, we are making gingerbread houses while we podcast, and we're going to be talking all sorts of holiday fun stuff with your community-submitted questions and topics all around the Christmas season and holiday stuffs, and we'll be talking some news and games we're playing, that and more. Hello, everybody. That was a bad intro from me, but, that's just how we go here at Nintendo Pals Podcast, the weekly Nintendo show where we talk games we're playing, news, and community-submitted questions and topics. So, I am Andros, for those that are new here, and I'm joined by my fellow holiday hooligan, Micah.
Yep.
And together we make up the Nintendo Pals. Micah, I see you have a gingerbread house kit.
Well, I mean,
you made those.
Wouldn't necessarily say kit. I pre-made these all from scratch beforehand.
Ah, yes.
And engraved out little windows and doors in
Me
my
too.
stuff as well.
I even put it into a commercial
wow.
box.
You went above and beyond.
Yeah, I really did. So we do these episodes every once in a while that are kind of wacky. We do something while podcasting. What are some of the ones we've done? We carved pumpkins. We've baked cakes. We did a lawn mowing stream. We weren't podcasting that time. We were just hanging out. And, in the spirit of the holidays and by suggestion from 5-star review from Purple Ryulu? I still can't pronounce it. We are making gingerbread houses, and in my case, a gingerbread train. So, if you want to watch, not just listen to this chaos, you can check out the video version of the podcast on YouTube. The VOD is on Twitch, and you can watch the video on Spotify. We're brand new over there in the beta. Yeah, this came from a suggestion from a 5-star review. I don't know if we would have thought of this on our own, actually. I don't feel like we're this creative, but we probably would have thought to do something Christmassy.
Now I know who to blame it on.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, if you want to be awesome like Purple Ryulu and leave us a 5-star review, you can do that on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and what's the other place? Audible. And you know what, Micah? We have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 new 5-star reviews this week.
Oh, wow.
Left to us on each of those websites, 1 from each. Someone listens to the show.
Nice spread.
Someone and listens to this part where I give these instructions every week on how to leave us a 5-star review. Listen, these 5-star reviews help us so much. Our show gets moved up in the search result rankings, and it just makes us feel good about ourselves, too. Bonus. And if you want to get us a Christmas present this year,
your pouch is so small.
Leave us a 5-star review. It's really small. I hope I have enough frosting. I'm currently warming up the frosting pouch. Yours, you had to cut a hole in yours.
I did.
Mine does not have that. It's just a little cap that I open.
Are you sure you had to take that cap off, though?
Yeah, you poke a hole in it, I think. But the top of the cap... The top of the cap can do that. Or not? Or not? What is happening? What is wrong with my frosting? It's defective?
I think you're just supposed to take a pair of scissors.
And just cut.
Yeah, if you just squeeze really hard, it should work.
This pops. I was really scared that it was just gonna squirt out really fast. Micah, you're distracting me. We have 5-star reviews to read. because if you leave us a 5-star review, you get a shout out on the show. So you want to take the first one?
Sure, by Spider X.
Spider Shan. I assume it's
Titled
Spider Shan.
titled it a family-friendly look at the world of Nintendo. This is a must-listen every week. The two hosts, plus the occasional guest, complement each other so well. You can tell they've been friends for years. They always make sure to include the community into their show through questions and shoutouts. What are you
Oh man,
waiting
you
for?
you like went robotic there for a second.
Become a Nintendo pal today. Audio quality wise, or just my speech pattern?
Audio was it? Were you just talking like that? No,
I,
no, no, no. Okay, wait. So it ended with they always make
what are
sure
you
to
waiting
include.
for?
Yeah, they always make sure to include the community into their show through questions, topics, and shout-outs. What are you waiting for? Become a Nintendo pal today. Shout out to Spider X for giving us the like craziest. It's like an advertisement.
Yeah. It's
Like
almost like one
we
of us created a
need.
new account and wrote this ourselves.
We didn't do that. That's not. I'm not Spider X unless you were Spider X.
You may never know.
We need a poster of you like the Uncle Sam, but it's Micah, and it's like, we want
We
you
need you.
become a Nintendo pal today. Yep, that's what it says on the box. Our next review comes from Podchaser from Seth. He says, I love the scrappy, creative energy of this show, and the chemistry that Andros and Micah share is something that you can only get from being longtime pals. I never know what they're going to do next, and I love that. Keep up the great work, guys. Hey, thank you so much, Seth. Appreciate that review. Seth's our buddy from the All N podcast, and he's just a rock star guy.
Lost video?
Wow, so many. Yeah, you can make me have to come back here and edit all this out, Micah.
I don't even know what just happened. My video, it just said turn off the Discord. All I had to do is click turn on.
That was weird. You take the last review here?
Yes, by Josiah.
Yeah.
Josiah Martinez. Nintendo fan must. If you want a good time and all things Nintendo, this is it. Sorry if I butchered your name. Maybe it's Josiah.
Thank you so much
Try.
for the review. Thank you so much. Yeah, y'all are awesome, and it's really cool. We got 3 new reviews this week. It was a little. We went a couple weeks without getting one, and then before that we had like one every week. It felt like, and all it does is help. All it does is help us out. Speaking of help us out, how do I open this package of cookies? Good grief!
You need
saran
your
wrapped this.
wife to come on.
You
Help
need
you out.
my wife to come on and help me open packages. No.
Hey,
Yeah,
sometimes I do. I do bite my fingernails, and I guess you can't really tell because my quality is so bad. But they are very, very short. So whenever I always need someone to help me open these sort of packages where you would usually use your fingernails for.
Well, there's like hardly any candies in mine. I got these little ball things.
Oh man, I got those too, but in a cooler package than yours.
And then peppermints, which I think go for the wheels on the train, because I'm doing a train. I'm pretty excited about this, Micah. This is not a contest, just to be clear.
Unless I'm doing real good.
True. I'll make it a contest.
What we need
if
is
you're doing
we'll
bad.
have to save these and we can put them together at some point in the future. I feel like your train just parked outside of my house.
Perfect.
Nice.
The perfect plan. Micah, how the heck are you doing?
I'm
How is
doing
life?
pretty good. Just chilling.
Nothing new and exciting happening for you?
Nope, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I got nothing new really going on in the world of Andros. But we are doing our Christmas shopping right now, and that has been fun, looking for things to get. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the community corner. I guess we had a question. We had a question on Christmas gifts. But went shopping tonight. Got stocking stuffers for my kiddos' Christmas stockings, and lots of candy. There's just tons of candy. for, my mentality at Christmas time is just like, just go all out for Christmas. I don't know why, but I'm like, yeah, lots of presents. Get them. My wife bought an art kit for our son. Well, different pieces to make an art kit. She was like, should we just wrap this all together or wrap them individually? And I'm like, oh, definitely wrap them individually.
Individual, yeah, for sure.
Because the more stuff to open, the more fun. That's how it is, even though they're all smaller things. I mean, he's going to open up the big art case still. So he'll get the case and then all the things that go in it. Oh, man, he's going to love it. He's going to love opening up like 6 presents. When you're a kid, it's way more fun to open up more presents. I think maybe as an adult, if you're giving this present to an adult, you'd probably want to put it all in one.
Might get a little more annoyed.
Yeah. My mother-in-law, one year, individually wrapped crackers, not like sleeves of Ritz crackers that she got for her son for Christmas. She got Ritz crackers for him. It was like a bit of a gag gift, and wrapped each of those individually on the inside. And he opened up all of them. Was like, is one of these money?
Nope. Get ready for
No,
disappointment.
No, just crackers. Yeah. Yeah. You guys do pretty low key Christmas around your place, right?
Yeah, for the most part, our parents. I mean, nowadays, now that we're older, they're just like, "Here's some money. Go buy your own Christmas gifts." Which, I mean, it's kind of nice because we always get what we want. So
are you getting a sum of money for Christmas this year?
I will be.
Nice. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, potentially buy things, potentially save it. Who knows? My parents have actually like. They're
There
like,
should be
nah,
some sort of.
you can't save this Christmas
Okay,
money. You have to spend it now.
I was gonna say there should be some sort of rule that you
Because
can't.
I have kind of done that in the past. So I mean, sometimes like I don't really know what there's nothing I really need right now.
I need the box for my. You know what I really need is the box for my thing because I have no idea how this goes together. Currently, I am looking at a pile.
Don't use any instructions.
There is no instructions. I just need to look at the picture. I have no idea. I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. It's just a pile of cookies. Can I just say that gingerbread cookies are not very good?
What?
They're too hard.
That's what makes them good. You gotta suck on them, savor the flavor.
Oh, that's gross. No. Don't want to do that. Also, my camera's all positioned wonky, so I'll be building the gingerbread house to the side over here so that you can somewhat see it. Somewhat see it. Where is this? Oh, it's at the very corner over there. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. In chat, Muggle Moo says that's not true. Just gingerbread house cookies. That's true. Gingerbread cookies, homemade, I think taste good. But these pre-made kits are like rocks.
I mean, they're made to be hard.
You hear that? That hurts. Hitting my knuckle up against that.
I mean, they probably just leave them outside for like a few days to get stale.
Yeah, I want to make sure that they don't go bad in the kit. Oh, there are instructions on the back of the box. I don't need that. I just want to look at the.
Oh yeah. Oh. I mean, I've made a gingerbread house before, so I'm feeling pretty confident.
Yeah. Have you started, or are you gonna wait till we get to the first?
No, I haven't started. I figured we'd wait until we got something good. Wait a second. Wait a second. This doesn't fit. What is this?
Yeah, these pre-made kits are nice, but they never quite fit how you expect.
Oh, wait a second. It's supposed to go on the outside. I see.
Well, while we struggle with these gingerbread creations, let's head over to the first segment of our show and let's talk what you playing. Micah, you want to kick us off this week? What have you been playing lately, my guy?
Well, it's gonna be kind of sad, but actually, the only thing I played this last week is Fortnite, and that's not necessarily because I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, but since we recorded our last episode so late. It hasn't been that long since I said what I've been playing. But I'm just watching
Frosting.
Andros kind of struggle a little bit with his frosting.
I
But
made
yeah,
I made
just
the tip a little too small. It's
playing some more of the new season. Uh, Convinced a friend who has played like 30 minutes of Fortnite in his entire life to play. So
yeah, he played
we
with us
won back to back to back
because
matches.
because he'd never played. We were only paired with bots the
Yeah,
whole
there.
time.
I think we came across potentially one squad that wasn't all bots. I mean, and no offense to them, they weren't particularly good.
Yeah,
It
we.
made me feel kind of bad
I
because
feel
I
like
was like, most of us were definitely getting paired, moved down to play with people's skill
yeah,
levels.
yeah. We need to play with him more often.
Oh, for real, it made me feel real good about myself.
Like, whoa, we got super good at this game. All of a sudden, I wish I didn't know that there were bots, because I would have felt like, holy cow, what a night we had playing. This is the best we've ever done. Nice.
Few mind stretchings away now. I need to get them because none of these are this house is misshapen.
I've got the front of my train, which is just 3 stacked cookies. It's quite the creation here. Well, I'll talk about what I've been playing. I also played some Fortnite. I am really enjoying this season. It's not as drastically different as I was thinking it would be, with the new map. The new map is cool though. I like it. It's good. The so far I am enjoying it. I think the battle pass this season's very good. The story missions, they've upped their game on those for sure. We've got like voice acting happening during the. Oh, that's embarrassing. You had it upside down.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's the way it came in. Why would it be upside down? That doesn't make any sense.
To fit in the box. What
Also, real dusty.
Oh, real dusty. Nice dusty gingerbread house.
Yeah,
You know, I'm realizing I won't
yeah,
have any
and
gingerbread man for my gingerbread house.
I like all the
Train.
weapons they have now.
Yeah, yeah. I do too. I mean, I miss some of the old weapons for sure, but the new ones are all pretty good.
They're a little more kind of back to basics. They're called like the pump striker shotgun or whatever, and the Stinger SMG, but they're practically just like the old school SMG and well, like I guess it's more like the rapid fire SMG that came out kind of recently, and it's practically just a pump shotgun.
Yes, you are right. I didn't realize that. Now that you're pointing it out, yeah, that's tr- it's just the old back to basics kind of guns.
Which is nothing wrong with like the newer stuff, but it's kind of nice to just have some of these
Yeah, these new chapters are a chance for them to just like
less crazy.
reset,
Yeah.
which I think is good. How is this supposed to fit on here? I don't think this will fit on this little tray. I'll have to go
Hopefully I
diagonally.
massaged my frosting enough.
I
That's
don't
what they
think I'm
said
gonna
to
have
do.
enough frosting. That's
Oh
worrisome.
gosh, this is some solid frost.
Uh, Cement mix comes pre-hardened. Oh man. So besides Fortnite, I played Mario Golf, and for that, I was just working on getting the new this month's reward in the competitive golf. So you can play online and you can unlock new costumes. And this month it's unlocking an alt costume for Mario, which is just his regular costume.
Just as regular like overalls and
Yeah, instead of his golfing suit. And so I'm pretty pumped to do that each month. It will keep me coming back. It's fun to play. They're quick matches. It takes a little bit too long to rank up, in my opinion, to the minimum. Maybe they just lower the minimum down. Like you have to get a B rank or something instead of an A minus rank. And I have matches that go so poorly that I'm just like, this is so frustrating because you just get completely out of rhythm and then suddenly are like bogey +3 and then the whole game's gone because you only do
there's
three.
no comeback.
Yeah, you only do three
Awesome.
holes, but it's still like, yeah. A lot of people quit in the middle of matches if they're not winning, which I think is a little annoying. There should be some punishment for that.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. If everyone quits, do you just automatically win?
No, they just get replaced by computer players.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that's good that they don't just it doesn't just like end the game. So better online practices than some games out there. Yeah, I will keep an eye out because I want to get the Waluigi alt costume when they do that for sure. And besides that, I also played Wind Waker HD. Played some more of that. I'm a little bit farther in.
Played some more of the best Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, I'm still not conceding to that. Although our community, we got a lot of Wind Waker fans in our community because
that's right, we do, because it's an incredible game.
There were many that were like, "Are you enjoying the greatest Zelda game of all time?" Like, thank you. It's not like Micah tells me this every single week on our show.
I mean, you've already put Twilight Princess above Ocarina of Time, so it's just a matter of time until you finally admit that Wind Waker is better than Ocarina of Time as well.
I don't know about that. Based off the experience I had this last time, I had some lame stuff happen to me where I like searched forever for a character, and turns out he's hiding inside a waterfall, but he wasn't actually there, so I wasn't supposed to do that dungeon yet. And it's just a lot of backtracking, a whole bunch at this part of the game to like, oh, if you want this, if you want to get onto this island, you got to go get this item, which is over here. And then you go over there. It's like, oh, well, if you want to get into that, you got to go to this island over here. Like, okay, well, just a lot of backtracking.
Yeah, do you have the Cyclone song yet?
Yes, I do. Yep.
I
heavily used that for that section. But
I mean, I feel like the backtracking is not that bad considering there's like a quest to visit like 8 different islands in 20 minutes, and they're like all across the map. So,
oh heck no, I'm not doing that quest.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't do that one either.
Wow, so you haven't 100% completed?
I have not. That game is too good to 100% complete.
Weirdest logic I've ever heard.
It's got too many things.
Okay, all right.
I've made such a mistake already.
I did too. I made my train car too wide. It's like square.
I should have put the frosting on both halves of this gingerbread housing piece.
You know what? I don't care. It's just going to be like that. It's just going to be this way. I think the base of my gingerbread house is done, or my gingerbread train is done. Now it's just a matter of letting that harden up, and then I'll do some decorating here. And then there was one more game, which I even pulled up my Switch before we started recording to see what it was. Oh my gosh, yeah, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I was like, I pulled it up before so I could remember, and I still forgot. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I played some more of my Nuzlocke, got to the second gym leader, and Micah, I had my first death in the game.
Oh.
It was
Which one?
Quite sad. Magikarp.
Your Magikarp? You let your Magikarp die?
He got one shot by an Abra. I had no... It was so unexpected because
this is the wrong piece.
At this point in the game, I am pretty OP. Like, nothing is really standing in my way to the point where I'm like, is this even going to be hard?
Except an Abra, apparently.
So I was like, well, I'll just level up this Magikarp for a little bit and try and get him to be Gyarados. So I threw him out first, planning to swap him out after like an attack. I was gonna let him like do a tackle because he learned tackle. He could do something,
Cool.
and he just got one shot. And so I had to release Magikarp. It was very sad. Nuzlocks are hard.
That is rough.
The emotional bond I had formed with my Magikarp was stronger than in a regular Pokemon game, where it's like, oh, I can just go get another one. No, it's not like that. But as far as like Pokemon typing goes, I'm not too upset because I have a Bibarel, the Bidoof
So your monster is what you're
evolution that has water. That is a water and normal type. I feel like being a normal type, you shouldn't be able to be any other type. Like, automatically, you are not a normal type. You're a water type. Like, normal is just the default. I don't have a type. Or is normal a thing? Like, what does that even mean?
I mean, they're just like people. Some people are normal and some people aren't. You can be things besides normal if you're normal.
What a weird way this conversation has gone. So, yeah. Besides that, I'm feeling like this Nuzlock's pretty easy. I am hearing lots of things about how the Elite Four and Champion are tough. That the game is pretty easy, and then you hit the Elite Four, and it's like, boom, slap to the face, you're done. So I'll be prepping for that as I continue the Nuzlocke challenge. And I'm streaming both the Nuzlocke challenge and my first playthrough of Wind Waker, and definitely on the stream side of things, Wind Waker is more popular. But the Pokemon one is easier to stream, if that makes sense. Like, it's easier to play and watch and talk with people in chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of ran into a little bit of problem with that with Boomerang X. I had like 0 time to see what chat was saying.
Yeah. So I don't know. And we have had some pretty fun raids from people while streaming the Pokemon one. So who knows? I'm going to continue to play both and continue to work towards that Spider-Man skin in Fortnite. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's what I've been playing this week. Well, with that, let's move on to the next segment of our show, and let's talk some Nintendo news. And in today's headlines, we've got the Game Awards, which, man, the Game Awards were this week, and let me tell you about all those Nintendo announcements, like...
So many of them, right?
And there was, like, nothing. There was nothing at all. It was so empty. Nintendo had no show at the Game Awards. People are excited for Elden Ring. More excited than they are for Breath of the Wild 2. Y'all are nuts. Breath of the Wild 2
at this point, you shouldn't even be excited for it.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be way better than Elden Ring. I like, hands down. Is Elden Ring the new IP,
Is it even
right?
coming out?
It isn't even coming out. Yeah. Who knows? It won most anticipated game 2 years in a row. I feel like that should be allowed.
It'd be illegal.
Yeah, but whatever. Game Awards, you do you. The Game Awards show, let me just say, as a Nintendo fan, I'm always a little disappointed. I think if I was more into other stuff, if I liked shooty games... Well, okay, hold on a second, y'all. I for the video, I've got to move to show this. These peppermints are so weird. Okay. Here's a normal looking peppermint, Micah. You see this? It's got the lines on it, and then here's I got to take it out of the wrapper so you can see it. Then here's this weird peppermint.
It's a swirly peppermint because it's a wheel.
It's the only one like this. What?
Because it's the fast wheel.
It's the fast wheel. It's going on the opposite side of my train. Distracted by peppermints. Do you like peppermints, Micah?
Well, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I like them on occasion. They're not something that they're not like other candy that you just like nom on a whole bunch of them, you know? They're a one and done kind of candy treat. Yeah. So there was some stuff that came out of the Game Awards, so it wasn't completely barren, but it really wasn't worth watching if you're a Nintendo only. I'd say, like us, unless you're a Nintendo only that's excited about Mario and not Mario and Sonic.
About other games.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I was gonna say Mario and Sonic the movie.
Now that would make me excited.
Now that would have broken E3, the Game Awards. I can't say anything. I can't get anything straight. My brain's like my mind is just so boggled by these peppermints.
I just want to say the pictures on the side of this gingerbread house kit thing are very misleading.
So yeah, Sonic movie. You saw that trailer, right?
I did.
Dude, I'm pretty excited
And that's
for that.
the only thing I've seen from the Game Awards.
I'm pretty excited for that. It's not Nintendo, right? This is Sega, but Sonic has a special place in Nintendo fans.
Nintendo consoles are practically the Sega consoles at this point, it seems like.
Yeah, except isn't the latest Sonic 3D game going to only be on PlayStation? Maybe I just saw the PlayStation trailer, so it was like on PlayStation. I'm like, okay.
I have not heard about that. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. The movie though, Jim Carrey's back, and he looks very much like Dr. Eggman now. He's got the stash. It's him from the post-credits scene of the first movie, and Tails gonna be in it. Tails was also in the post-credits scene. But the new reveal is Knuckles.
That's a new reveal?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was
forever ago.
It was leaked forever ago.
Oh, okay. I just remember seeing some article about how Idris Elba will not be using a sexy voice for Knuckles. Because apparently a lot of people consider him to have a sexy voice.
Do you think he is doing that on purpose though?
His sexy voice? I think that might just be his regular voice.
Yeah, so can he really escape it is the question.
Well, if he does some sort of his own voice.
Maybe we need to get him on the show.
Yeah.
It's a podcast. It's perfect. Who's the actor?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, if you're listening.
I believe I'm saying that.
Feel free to come on to Nintendo Pals. Let's talk about Knuckles. The character, not our Knuckles.
And your sexy voice.
Yeah, so there was that. I'm pretty pumped for that movie. It looks like the main character cop guy is not going to be as big of a role in this one. It showed him a little bit, but then for all the action and adventuring scenes, he's not there at all. So I think he's going to be there at the start, and something's going to be
Or he has the biggest role, and they want to keep it a secret.
Yeah. I hope that it's just focusing on Sonic and Tails.
I mean, now that they have Tails, they don't need anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
No offense to anyone.
Yeah, I felt like the first movie was good, but the plot was super generic. It was basically every road trip movie, but with Sonic the Hedgehog there. The whole premise that Sonic needed to go on a road trip was pretty ridiculous. What would he be good? What kind of movie would he be good in? Let's do a buddy road trip movie for Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, so I'm pumped for that. And then we also found out that Cuphead is getting its new DLC, which is called The Delicious Last Course. Did we get a
launch? It makes it seem like the last DLC.
Yeah. I don't know if we got a date on that. Is it out now?
I have not seen.
Okay, sorry. I'm looking this up as we go here.
My walls are misshapen and don't really.
It'll be released June 30th of 2022.
On my Nice.
Yeah. So that's neat. It looks pretty
Still a
fun.
ways out.
It looks pretty fun. Looks pretty cool. I need to get this game. I think it would be one I'd like. Does that one doesn't have online though? It feels
I
like one
don't
that
think
if
so.
you and I lived next to each other, we would buy that one and play together probably. The co-op.
Yeah, but it's supposedly quite difficult.
Yeah. Which is our kind of game, right? We
Okay,
play
yeah.
we
Oh
play
yeah.
difficult cooperative games. It's like, hey, the Nintendo pals, it's a it's it's a co-op game and it's extremely hard and when you die you reset to the beginning. And you're like,
Sign us up.
do it. Let's do it. Yeah. And then last little bit, Metroid Dread wins Best Action Adventure Game at the Game Awards.
Woohoo.
A little bit robbed of Game of the Year, but the one that did win, It Takes Two, is very not a typical Game of the Year winner type game.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Like usually they're these like big grandiose adventure
Got a
like
really deep story.
yeah, they're I mean this one has a really big story. It Takes Two is I'd say fairly serious story, but with kind of a cartoony. It's just very kiddie. And usually the Game of the Year is like, The Last of
Very
Us Part
serious
2.
and dark, gritty.
Yeah. I mean the craziest it got family friendly wise was like Breath of the Wild, which I wouldn't consider necessarily like that's its defining feature, like, oh,
Yeah.
it's for kids. Um so that's cool. And they also won Family Game of the Year. They stole the category from Nintendo. They were the only non-Nintendo game in the running. Crazy. So Metroid Dread won an award. I'm very happy about that. Metroid Dread deserved to win oodles of awards. And we'll see how things go here because, Micah, did you know we're coming up on the Nintendo Pal Awards?
I did know that.
The second annual PAL Awards. That's right. Hop into our Discord where you can vote for your favorite games in lots of different categories. Nominations should be all finished up by the time this episode goes live, and the voting should be out there on our Discord. And if you want to do that, links to that are in the description of the podcast. Let's see. What else do we have from? I think that's about it from the Game Awards. There wasn't there. Like I said, it was pretty light for Nintendo stuff. Yeah, wasn't a bad show if you're not if you're into other stuff. Here's my problem with the Game Awards. Here's my problem with it. I'm just gonna be a critic of the critics, right? Most of the trailers that they showed had no gameplay shown. It's all cinematic trailers for games that are not going to come out for like 4 years.
I kind of hate that.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't think that's on the Game Awards themselves. I think that's on just the industry at large being lazy.
And cinematics, they look cool. I mean, people hype, but I mean, that's not going to convince me to buy a game. I gotta
Right.
see the
It
game.
should be a mix. Why not both? Why not do cinematic and then show some of the gameplay? And most of the time it's because the gameplay is nowhere near ready to show. Well, then don't announce it yet. Like let's take the Nintendo approach, barring the exception of Metroid Prime 4. Now, okay,
Yeah.
wait. I gotta talk about this first. So Nintendo takes the approach where they almost always show for a Nintendo first party. They are almost always going to show gameplay. There isn't going to be just a cinematic trailer. And if there is just going to be a cinematic trailer, very soon afterwards, there is a gameplay trailer and gameplay reveal. The turnaround is very fast. And usually from announcement to when you're playing the game is a matter of months or within a year.
Yeah, I'd say generally within a year. Their bigger games like Zelda and whatnot tend to be a little longer.
Zelda is an exception to the rule because it tends to get delayed.
That's true.
Uh, usually they start it and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be out midlife," and then it comes out at the end of the console and start of the next console. How many times has that happened? A couple times. Um, and then Metroid Prime 4. Now, the only reason Metroid Prime 4 was announced when it was to defuse the bomb that is Metroid fans being extremely disappointed when they announce a Samus Returns on the 3DS and nothing Metroid for the Switch at the launch of the Switch. If they hadn't done a Metroid Prime 4 announcement or something Metroid announcement, people would have been furious. Like, why are you putting stuff on the 3DS? The backlash from that would have been rough. So they kind of had to tease something. And that's like one of the only times that I can remember, at least in Switch history, that we've gotten just a title tease.
Yeah.
And then never heard about it again. I mean, they did come back. It's also one of the few times they've come back and been like, yeah, so it's not looking how we want, so we're starting from scratch.
Yeah, that's the first time I can think of that they've done that.
Yeah. And you know what? That's okay. So they have one game doing that. Bethesda, every game is doing that for Bethesda. Hey, we got a title and some cinematics and nothing else because nothing is done. And it's not going to be done for another 4 years. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. So that's my problem with the announcement side of things. And then the Game Awards side of Game Awards, there's this mix of they give a lot of emphasis to some of the awards, which I think is very, very cool. But then other awards they give out during the pre-show, and they're just barreling through them in like 10 seconds in the show. Like, best family game, it's this. Okay, and best this game, it's this. All right,
Nobody
and then this
cares about
game.
these, apparently.
Yeah, they don't give emphasis to all those awards, which is like, well, then why have the category if you're not going to give it the same sort of gusto as your other awards? And the ones they pick to be the ones that get lots of attention. Oh, hi. Cat is coming up to join me. You're going to knock over my gingerbread train, Cat.
I wish I had done something small like a gingerbread train. I feel like I got defective frost. I've been holding my roof here for like 5 minutes.
I got totally sidetracked there. The awards that they do feel so random. The game of the year makes sense to crazy hype up, and they do. But then they give a whole lot of attention to best voice actor or actress, but they
I feel
don't
like
give
they don't get the credit they deserve.
but they don't give a whole lot of attention to best family game, best. Did they do a best? I didn't see when they did the best content creators. So that must have been like a fast one in the middle. Like some of the things, like they seem equal in value to me, and they don't treat them equal value. They just pick and choose at random. That's fine. It's their show. They can run it the way they want. But if you want a show that's run awesomely and better than the Game Awards,
Bolt.
tune in for the Nintendo Pals Pal Awards. Oh, yeah. Because the Pal Awards are run and driven by the community votes. And I kind of like that more. I know on a large scale, like the Game Awards, there's questioning on like whether it should be like all voting or if it should be up to critics solely. I don't know. I feel like both have their strengths and weaknesses. Both
Yeah.
options. So if you're looking for something different, PAL Awards. Yeah. Oh, and then last issue I have. I know I'm just on a complaining rant here. The last issue I have is that it feels very much like not an awards show and like just a giant commercial and advertising deal, which is what it is. They are shamelessly promoting products and things like, and you know what? Power to them. Power to them for doing that. Now check out nintendopals.com/merch. No, just kidding. We don't have our own website, but we do have a merch store if you want to check that out. I was using this as a bridge to talk about merch, Micah. That was my plan that whole time. If you are in the market for some Nintendo Pals themed Christmas ideas, we have a whole store of things that you can get. Mugs, shirts,
Like
sandals.
none of them are particularly Christmas themed, though.
No, but
They make
Who's
excellent
buying?
Christmas gifts.
Yes, Christmas gifts. That's what I was trying to say. Christmas present. So check those out. You get an awesome T-shirt with the Nintendo Pals logo on it. Yeah. So that's kind of my issues with the Game Awards. So I think it's just not for me.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean, it can be nice to hear like about new games and whatnot.
I think it's an opportunity
So
between E3s to do
yeah,
stuff,
it's
and
so
and
it's a
I
good
think
time to come out for that.
I'm cool with that. It's just like it doesn't do the best job of that or the best job of being an award show. It's kind of a mix of both that doesn't really know what it is, you know? It'll still be here. They're doing it. They're doing it. Can't fault anybody for trying something and having fun doing it. I mean, it's a blast and a lot of people really enjoy the show. So, moving on from the Game Awards, let's talk some other news items here, Micah. A game
Do it.
just came out to NSO, which you were pretty
Yep.
pumped.
Yeah, I thought it was coming out. I mixed up days. I thought it was coming out tomorrow. So unfortunately, I haven't tried it out yet.
Oh, this is Paper Mario, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm so distracted making my cookie
I'm
train.
focusing so hard on not letting my house fall apart because it is trying. It is trying its best to do that.
Oh man, these are gonna look so good on here. Got my blue window here. Perfect. There's a nice candy. There's a nice candy windowsill. Happy.
I
A
think at
happy
some point
train.
my frosting is going to harden. Wow.
I want to watch. I want to watch. Bob Ross do a gingerbread
Make a
house.
gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Ceiling caves in. Oh, it's just a happy little accident.
Now you can see that we're not building a house anymore.
As Elysian just like punches his house. I can't imagine Bob Ross getting angry and punching his gingerbread house, but it would be hilarious.
Bob Ross, gingerbread houses with Bob Ross. Paper Mario has launched on the NSO today, and yeah, you're gonna stream this one, right? Is that the plan?
I think so.
I feel like that'd be a really great streaming game. I don't want to steal the thunder from you, so you can stream that one. Plus, I'm in the middle of streaming 2 games.
Yeah, it might be a little bit like get around to it depending on how busy this Christmas season gets.
It's true. The holidays are approaching very fast, which is why we're getting ready super early by building our gingerbread cookies our gingerbread trains and houses
So
today.
early.
So early, yeah.
Oh no, this wall is
But along
not
with
the way the wall should be.
along with the Paper Mario launch, we got an announcement that they will be launching next month Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too.
I am as well. I have not played
Surprisingly
Banjo.
sharp.
I have not played a Banjo game before. People love them. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy them because I'm not super into the collectathons personally. Like,
As long as the game's good, I am.
yeah, I'm not super into the collection aspect in any game. Like Mario Odyssey.
So you don't try and collect a whole bunch of Pokemon going
No,
through?
nope, definitely not.
Wow. I try and get one of each. I mean, I don't try that hard. I essentially just catch.
When you see them.
It's just like I don't have this one. I try and catch it.
Yeah, now I do not even concern myself with that. Although with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I might. It might be fun to do like after I finish the Nuzlocke to go on a capture spree, like try and catch every Pokemon as fast as possible.
This doesn't collapse.
You know, let it harden for a little bit.
Yeah, it's supposed to wait 15 minutes, although I've been holding it for like 10.
Well, you want to cover the next news item after Banjo Kazooie?
I don't know if I have time to look away from it.
You gotta look at it, make sure it doesn't fall over. Well, the next news item is on
It was sliding.
the announcement for the Hisuian form for Voltorb. That's right, folks. Voltorb. What came first, the Voltorb or the Pokeball? The mystery continues because with this new Hisuian form of Voltorb, he looks like an ancient Pokeball more than the modern Pokeball.
So the question is, what drives innovation? Does Voltorb just suddenly change one day and people are like, you know what? That is a vast improvement on Pokeball aesthetics.
You're right. You're right. Are they pivotal to the design of Pokeballs, or are Pokeballs pivotal to how they design themselves? Because what is the reason? Like, why? I really need to know the
Why?
history of Voltorb. Like, why does it exist? It seems like such a weird one to design and have for your game. Like, oh, let's just take the Pokeball asset. I mean, I think it's really just so that you go up to pick up an item, and then it's
And
like,
like, it's the mimic.
dun dun
It's the
dun
mimic
dun.
of Pokemon.
Yeah, which they have done. They have done since then. I remember Fungus, which was I think Sun and Moon, and that one made a little bit more sense. It was a mushroom where the top of the mushroom was a Pokeball, like shaped like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
So if you look down from the top, and that made a little bit more sense than it's just like it's a Pokeball with eyeballs.
Well, I feel like I'd heard like rumors that it's actually a ghost that
Inhabits.
possesses discarded Pokeballs or something weird like that.
That would make more
But
sense, and that would make
who
sense as to
knows?
why it changes.
So that would mean the Pokeballs did come first.
Yeah, if that's true. Micah, we can look this up right now. Let's. I mean,
I don't know if there's
I'm
an
curious.
answer.
Voltorb Pokedex entry. I'm curious what it has to say. Okay. The identity of this creature is unknown. It has an extreme personality, uses electric attacks, and at times self-destructs. That's it. This mysterious. Okay, so that was from. Oh, that's from the TV show. Okay.
I feel like that has to be like
Okay, I'm looking at the
mystery
actual poke.
number one for Pokemon researchers to like figure out.
I'm looking now at the entries from games, usually found in power plants, easily mistaken for a Pokeball. They have zapped many people.
Not, I mean, but they're huge, right? Aren't they much bigger than regular Pokeballs?
Their height, they're 1 foot.
See, that's a huge Pokeball to come across.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's just a
What kind of
Pokeball.
Pokemon? Oh,
Oh no, it
it's
was
one of those
Voltorb.
Snorlax or Wailord catching Pokeballs. They got to use the extra big ones for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Okay, let's dive deeper here. I mean, I didn't know that we were going to be getting into Pokemon Voltorb lore, but we gotta go with it. Okay, Voltorb was first sighted at a company that manufactures Pokeballs. The link between that sighting and the fact that this Pokemon looks very similar to a Pokeball remains a mystery. That's the Ruby entry for the game.
But I guess I feel like if they were actually Pokeballs that had been like possessed, one of their moves should just be capture, and they just catch Pokemon.
It is rumored that it was first created when a Pokeball was exposed to a powerful pulse of energy.
Oh, wow. So the Pokeball's given sentience back way back in the day, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. It bears an uncanny and unexplained resemblance to a Pokeball because it explodes at the slightest shock. Even veteran trainers treat it with caution. Okay, let's see if we can find.
Explodes at the slightest shock. Voltorb, use Wild Charge. Or whatever other electric moves they have.
Yeah, I'm just looking for anything else in here on its history. That it just seems like that's it. The rumor is that a pulse of energy hit a Pokeball and turned it into a Pokemon. It was discovered when Pokeballs were introduced. It is said that there is some connection. Who
So, I mean,
knows?
it kind of sounds like Pokeballs did come first then. So we did kind of answer that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's either created from a Pokeball or like your theory
Or
was a
or the
ghost.
creator of Pokeball saw the first one and was like, "Oh, hot dog, this is a good idea." But that seems a little more far-fetched.
Yeah, very interesting. So there you go. Hisuian
Yeah.
Voltorb has been added to the game. We went on a
I
whole
was like,
side
"What were we
tangent there.
talking about?" It's
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah,
On a sadder note, we have Masayuki Uemura, the creator of the NES and the SNES, recently passed away. The impact that the NES and the SNES had on gaming as an industry and on the world in general is so powerful, and all thanks to the technical in- ingenuity and inventiveness of this gentleman. So sad to hear he passed away, but I mean he's gotten to see very much firsthand the
the
effects of his
effects."
work. Yeah, it's not like artists that die in obscurity and then become famous. He
Yeah, that's always a bummer.
he got to see how successful his creations were, and that's cool. All right. And then lastly, we're the Tetris 99 27th Maximus Cup just came to a close. If you're listening to this podcast um, post launch, and it was a Mario Party themed one. So those continue to go. I wonder how many people are still playing Tetris 99. It seems like every time I hop on to
Probably
play
all
it,
really good by now.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it seems
I,
like every time I hop on to play it, it's all the very, very good players. So I just get destroyed. I have never won, and I probably never will now.
yeah, you had to win back in the day when it first came out, and people that weren't good were playing. Oh,
Yeah. K9 Cantina in chat says that he has been playing just to get the special boards, and they keep on coming. 27 of them. We've had a whole. Well, I don't think there's been 27 boards. They did some repeats, but like well over 20 unique boards that you can unlock, which I think is a cool deal. I wish that they had more stuff like this, and it wasn't all Tetris 99. I don't know. I just like continuous development stuff, like getting more
keep
prizes.
changing things up so it keeps it fresh. The
Yeah,
variety.
yeah. And something small like that. But for me, I'm not personally like too connected to Tetris 99. I would probably like it in a different game more. Let's do Panel de Pawn. Let's bring it back. Panel de Pawn 99.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd play the heck out of that. You know it. I would love that.
Or the
Uh
6 ball puzzle. What is that?
Six
Is that
ball
what it
puzzle.
is?
Yep. Yep. Six ball
That's a good
puzzle.
one.
That's a good one. That's from Clubhouse 51 Games.
It's better than
Alrighty.
Tetris.
And then we have a small bit here in the rumor mill. Micah, neither you or I are really connected to the Persona series in any way, but it is a fan favorite among Persona fans and among RPG fans and gamers as a whole. I mean, Persona 5 like rocked the world. Everybody loved Persona 5. Well, there's a rumor that Persona 3 Portable is getting a multi-platform remaster. This comes after the announcement of a Persona fighting game from the Game Awards, and we'll just see what comes of that. That fighting game. Okay, can I just say that like it seems like everybody's trying to make a fighting game now?
Yeah, that they have all been waiting for Smash Bros. To like be done with their DLC,
so that
and
they
then
could.
all the floodgates just opened.
I know it seems like there's like so many all of a sudden. Maybe it's because we weren't paying attention before, but I feel like they're just all announcing right now. Like it's this crossover and this crossover. Now here's a question for you, Micah. What kind of crossover fighting game do you want to see?
That is a good question. It's a good question that has a good answer too. At some point in time, the answer will be very good.
I think this isn't like necessarily a super popular pick, but it would be very cool. A Cosmere
Yes, please.
fighting game
That was the very good answer I was talking about,
for Brandon
and it came
Sanderson
very
books.
soon.
Yeah, just take all the Brandon Sanderson books, or we just go real wild, and it's just
Just books.
fantasy novel. No, just books in general. It's just like book characters
Yeah.
crossover. So you've got people, Brandon Sanderson. You got Lord of the Rings in there. You got Harry Potter. What are some other like famous characters? Moby Dick is in it, just a giant whale.
The whale.
I think it'd just do a lot of like that popular teen fiction stuff. Hunger Games,
Twilight. Yeah.
Twilight. Oh
Your
gosh,
teen
but yeah,
fiction.
yeah, that would actually make sense. I'm trying to think of like other like really
Oh,
popular
like, yeah, it's been so long since I've read books, it seems like.
Tom Sawyer.
Other books.
He has an attack
They,
where
they
he
got
like
Star Wars books. Just use the Star Wars book
no,
characters.
no, we're not gonna use Star Wars. Star Wars isn't
They would have to be
It'd be like putting
characters
Goku
that
in
are.
Smash Bros. They have to
It'd
be
have to be characters that are only in books, only in the or only in the Star Wars books.
okay.
That
I could see
haven't
that.
had any screen time or plans to do so.
Um, maybe we go into the children's book territory. We put in Sam I Am and Cat in the Hat. Yeah,
That little child with that purple crayon that does stuff.
yeah, Harold and the Crank, Curious George,
Oh yeah, he'd be
Clifford.
the new DK.
Mike, I think we just made a thing. Um,
Well,
yeah.
it's certainly a thing.
I was listening to this latest episode of the Nintendo Cartridge Society, where our friends Patrick and Mark do a show each and every week. They do 2 shows actually, and they came up with ones to do. And one I thought was hilarious was NBC must-watch TV shows. So this is like combination of like The Office and gosh, what's that other show called? Parks and Rec and all those like in a Smash Bros fighting game. Can you imagine? That would just be so.
That'd be so ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Uh,
So that is all we have for the rumor mill. Not a hefty rumor mill today, but let's move to the real meat of our episode here and let's talk the community corner. And in this Nintendo Pals Christmas special, holiday special, we've got holiday-related questions, Micah. While you suffer.
yeah, as I watch it very, very, very slowly slide down.
Here's the thing I got. I'm busting out the Halloween candy for this one. Oh my gosh, my train is going to be carrying Whoppers. Let's go. It's a good idea.
Guess maybe I'll have to bust out this little cheating thing that I forgot about.
Oh, you got a little thing that helps you do it. Well, Micah, you better answer these questions very long-winded so that you have time to finish your gingerbread.
I think my gingerbread house might just be done.
You don't even have any decorations on it. Oh, what
Yeah.
happened to this?
Hey, not all gingerbread men are rich. Not everyone can have fancy houses with fancy decorations.
We live in gingerbread poverty in our house. Oh, yeah, this is so great. So the first question in our community corner because all of our questions and topics were submitted by community members. And if you want to do that, you can join our Discord. So the first question here is from Mugglemoo, and it says, "What is your favorite holiday treat?" Do you have a Christmas treat that your go-to, Micah?
I mean, I feel like treats are treats, and they are good all year round.
Yes, but what you don't have any like special specific ones you do at Christmas?
I guess the hot chocolate. I guess I feel like it's the only thing. I mean, I don't even only have hot chocolate in the winter. Sometimes I just feel like having barely quite warm chocolate if
Well,
it's already warm outside.
well, that's a lame answer. No, no, you're good. For me, I really like. I'm gonna name two treats here: Buckeye balls, which are a peanut butter ball that is a mix of powdered sugar, peanut butter, and butter, and dipped into chocolate.
You only have those at Christmas time.
Yeah, we usually only
It's
make
kind of
those around
weird.
Christmas time. Uh, it's probably because they're so bad for you that if we had them more than once a year, we would die. So, I mean, they're just straight up like fat inducing desserts. Um, I really love these. Yeah, this was like something my mom made for Christmas time every year, and I continue to do that as an adult. Just make them with my
Even the
family,
tradition.
keeping the tradition alive. And then the other holiday treat, which I think is exclusive to the holidays because it's really only sold around this time of year, is chocolate oranges. I love those chocolate oranges. Those are so good. Need more of that kind of stuff. Man, my train is looking really good and practically could be done at any time. I'm just kind of
At this point, I just want to be done.
You haven't put any of your candies on. You got to do some. You have to do some. Just like
Candies aren't that necessary.
I give up on candies.
I feel like I'm going against my principles now. I just made that impassioned speech about poor gingerbread men, and now I've caved to peer pressure.
And you're decorating his house. You're improving his life.
Something like that.
Here's the thing. It's not that your gingerbread man is poor. It's that your gingerbread man is struggling to get his supplies onto his house. I mean, he has all the
The
materials.
gingerbread man has some faulty
Yeah,
plastering
the
and
building
whatnot.
company he went with was definitely not as up to snuff as the one my train company went for.
Pretty sure these are made by the same people.
Are you pretty sure these are made by the same people? I'm trying to imply that I'm doing a better job than you. Because we are the builders.
It sort of seems like maybe you just got an easier, a cop-out sort of building.
I don't know. My train is leaning quite bad to the side. But it's hard, so I can't change it.
Oh, look at that. That didn't work at all. Golly, this frosting is too liquidy. They told me to massage it so it'd be easier to work with, but now it's too soft.
Yeah, mine's starting to harden up. So it's not coming out of the
I
not
wish I had
coming
that
out of the
problem.
dispenser very nicely for me. Psh. I'm just putting on all these little candies. Okay, so favorite holiday treat: Buckeye balls and Christmas oranges. You don't have any. You don't have any Christmas like thing tradition food.
The only one I can think of is like the Reese's Christmas trees.
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, I
No,
don't
that.
like those.
Oh, you don't like them?
Not a fan of Reese's.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
How did
What's
you?
wrong
You
with you?
surely you've known this about
I
me.
surely have, but I guess I forgot.
Hmm.
Micah, your food tastes are just so
These
questionable.
trees are actually pretty good.
Oh, yours came with little gummy trees?
Yeah, and they're like the sour apple.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was expecting them to be terrible, but
Are
that's
they
delicious.
extra chewy? Usually they're a little bit too chewy.
They're pretty chewy.
Yeah.
Mmm, peppermint bark.
Man, my train is looking.
I don't even know about. Muggle says, "What about the peppermint bark that my mom buys?" I don't even know what she's talking. I don't know what peppermint bark is.
The pretzels. Because
Oh,
she had us buy
okay,
the
yeah,
because
that's
because you
true.
guys came and visited last year.
The white chocolate covered pretzels with candy canes, that is very good.
Those
Those are
are really good.
delicious, and those only happen Christmas time. So
So here's the thing on those is they're very light as far as flavoring go. They're not like crazy. You know what I mean? They're not too sugary. So you can find yourself just eating way too many. It's like those easily just get devoured.
you make that sound like it's a problem.
No, I'm just trying to paint a picture for the listening audience on what these are. Buck eyeballs, you can't do that. It is
That's because they're
like
just super unhealthy.
yeah, it's a 1 and then you're like I'm good for this year for Christmas. But they're still like my favorite Christmas treat. And you want to know why? It's because essentially they're a Reese's cup. That's why I was a little baffled by your Reese's answer. You probably wouldn't like Buckeye balls.
No, I don't like. My mom calls make like Buckeye balls, and they're essentially the same thing.
That's what I said. Buckeye
Is that what you
balls.
said?
Yes.
Hmm. I thought you said it had some other fancy word for it. I'm
No.
so focused.
You just repeat it. Yeah, well, in my house we call them Buckeye balls. Like, oh, okay, that's what I call them too.
But sometimes we just make Buckeye brownies.
Ooh, those are good. Do you like them? You don't like those? Are you not a fan
Not
of peanut butter?
particularly.
You're not a fan of
Hmm.
peanut butter? Is that
No,
the problem?
pretty much. Peanut butter is just barely okay if there's just a little bit of it. It's something else. That can be good, but
Huh. Guys, I promise that Micah is not a picky eater. The show just makes it seem like he is.
I have a few things that are relatively popular that I don't like.
Yeah, that's the
But,
problem. Is you don't like some popular
but
things.
if you take all the things I like, you can just mash them up in a bowl, and I'll think it's delicious. Practically.
Yeah, and you're always. I mean, at anything I've been to, you're always one of the first people to be like, "Yeah, I'll try that." And then if it's gross, you don't eat it.
Ever again for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's true.
Unfortunately, all these trees were like faulty, so I couldn't use them to decorate my house.
Oh
It's a
dang,
shame.
dang. Yeah, my train's coming together here. Thank you so much for the question, Muggle Moo, on what is your favorite holiday treat. It is not gingerbread houses. I'll tell you that much. You know, as a kid, we do gingerbread house decorating at my grandma's, and for that, they just bought a whole bunch of graham crackers. We did graham crackers for the base of the house and making all the walls with frosting, and
Yeah.
I like that better personally.
Like if we do our like as a family, we haven't really done it for a while, but when we did do it, we would just use graham crackers.
That's the way to go. Graham crackers are good. They're super good. Hey, question here: is there anything in my kids' leftover Halloween candy that will be good for my train? Just pouring out the whole bag here. So the next, while I am looking for that, Mike, you want to tackle this next question here from DatFast, our buddy John from Retro Logic says, "Do you have a game that you prefer to play during the holidays? Kind of like how some people have certain movies that they watch during the holidays."
Um, Practically the same answer as the last question. Games are games, and I enjoy them all times of the year.
I'm trying to think too. I don't think I have like a holiday game that I'm like,
Yeah, I can't think of any game that I bust out like where I'm
but
just
you
like,
know
ooh,
what?
it's
I
Christmas
think I
time.
should. I think I should
So
have
loud.
a Christmas game. I
What would
I,
it be?
I don't know.
Oops.
That's the question. Is like what game should be that game? What should be the Santa Claus movie equivalent? You know what I'm saying? Like the thing about it is there's for Christmas movies that you only watch certain times a year.
I don't really have those either.
What? You don't watch Christmas movies at Christmas time?
Not in a while.
I mean, but they're there. I don't watch them each of them every year, but I watch Christmas movies. Uh,
Mostly, I guess my mom likes Christmas Hallmark movies.
yeah, I forgot about that. That is like a tradition in
So
your house.
over the Christmas time, I end up seeing a couple of those.
Yeah, like the real mushy gushy ones where it's like
The exact same plot. There's always some stupid misunderstanding that they like overhear, and they could clear it up in about 10 seconds of conversation. But at the end of the movie, half the time they don't even clear it up. They decide they just love each other. And like, what there you had this problem that wasn't actually a problem, and you're like, nah, we can just move past it without ever mentioning it.
so here's a topic right here. What is the like what would the Nintendo equivalent of this be? I mean, it's like uh I'm gonna write a Nintendo Hallmark movie right now. So the this is girl moves from the city to the country and joins the Smash Bros Club where she meets a guy who is a what kind of main will he be? He's a Ganondorf main.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
them already.
yeah, and she is a what kind of main should she be, Micah? Just good like opposite to Ganon.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff. There we go. Yeah, she's a Jigglypuff main. And she overhears him saying that Jigglypuff mains are the worst people ever.
They sleep.
Wait. You got cut off there.
Well, I was saying Jigglypuff mains put people to sleep,
yeah,
which
yeah,
means
and
like they're real
yeah,
boring.
yeah.
Or they choose their upbeat.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, so and then through that misunderstanding, she hates him, and they go to tournament against each other in the big city tournament, and then end up falling in love, and it's called um I don't know what we titled this movie, a Smash Bros Christmas.
No. I was just thinking, just steal straight from the games, and Princess Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser,
Okay.
but then uh, Mario rescues Peach, and they realize Bowser's not actually that bad of a dude, and they all go karting with all their other friends, and
I
that's how
like
it
it.
ends.
There you go. That's not what you were asking for, Dat Fast, but that's the answer we gave. We made some Hallmark movies for you. I want to come up with a good game for holiday. If you're listening and you have a game like that, or you have a suggestion on what that game could be for us, let us know. We'll start a new tradition here. We should have a Nintendo Christmas tradition, a Nintendo Pals Christmas tradition. Next question here comes again from Muggle Moo. This one's, what is your favorite holiday song? Game themed or non-game themed? So like a video game soundtrack or
Well,
just
that's fun.
a regular Christmas song. What do you got, Micah?
I
You're
think I
so
mentioned at
focused
some
on your
point.
house. You're
I
just
don't
like
actually, I don't actually like Christmas music, and I can't think of any like holiday themed like Nintendo music off the top of my head. If anything, I'd probably just have to go with the opening like menu for Metroid Prime because that just works all the time.
That's the dumbest answer I've ever heard. You could at least pick a winter level in the game.
Oh yeah, the
The snowy
Pandora
zone. Yeah,
drifts. Is it
yeah,
Pandora?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah. I think
actually
so.
is really good.
Yeah, that's okay. There you go. That's your answer for gaming holiday music. Mm,
I'm like such a Grinch. It's like
I'm going to say that my favorite Christmas music. This is a tough one. I like a lot of Christmas. I like to listen to Christmas music. I'm probably going to say there's a for my answer. I'm gonna play this song here for you, Micah. Well, actually, you won't be able to hear it, but the audience will be able to hear it.
you're playing it for everyone but me.
Everyone but Micah. That's right. This song right here is a version of Sleigh Ride, but it mixes in Mario. They just do such a good job. Da 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 da. It's duetting between Sleigh Ride and music from Super Mario World. That it fits so well.
That's pretty good. That's almost as good as the bacon pancakes in New York collab duet.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's probably like my favorite Christmas song ever because I'm just such a big fan of Super Mario World and Christmas. So that, and then if I'm going for just like regular Christmas songs, I don't know. I like Wonderful Christmas Time. Who's that by? I feel like I should know that's by. Yeah, Paul McCartney. Wonderful Christmas Time. I listen to a lot of Nintendo playlists for winter holiday time, and there's a lot of really good ones. Winter levels from basically all the Super Mario games have a very nice Christmassy sound to them. Also really like Animal Crossing's winter music. It's all very good. Yeah, they just did such a good job with this song. This is by the One Ups. So definitely go check out this one if you haven't already. Super Mario World, Super Mario Sleigh Ride. Yeah. Thanks so much for the question, Mungle Moo. Appreciate that. And now let's take our next question here from Schlimtor. Asks, what is your all-time favorite video game-related Christmas gift?
You got a good one for that?
I don't know if I have like I don't have a moment that I'm like, yeah, I can remember that's like the kid that got the Nintendo that's like, yeah, you've seen that video where he's like
Yeah.
just going nuts for the Nintendo. He's like,
But how a heart attack. So pumped.
But I did get a lot of Nintendo stuff for Christmas growing up. Probably one of my best memories of Christmas Nintendo gift was a gift I gave to the family. I bought with my own money a Nintendo 64 from Game Crazy for $12. And I got that as a Christmas gift for my family. and for myself.
Yeah.
But
It's one of those gifts.
I got
Doing
it.
this for you guys.
Yeah, I got it for the family, and my dad went out because I bought the system. He went out and bought extra controllers and all the games, which at this point were much cheaper than buying them new because this was at the start of the GameCube era.
It's, yeah, it's not. It wasn't. It's not back to the pay a lot of money for these again.
Right. Yeah, it's when we were a generation behind, the good old days. And I just remember my siblings being so excited and being so proud that I got them something with my own money. Like that was something that I was like, I did this. I did it.
I don't know why. I thought it was kind of funny. Like I bought with my own money a $12 Nintendo 64. I don't know why. I was just like expecting it to be more.
Yeah. I don't know how old I
But
was at this point.
no, I mean, but that's still really cool. I don't mean to detract from
Yeah.
your gift. I just wasn't. I was expecting more for some reason or something. I don't know.
And then I remember getting a Wii for Christmas. We woke up and it was out there, plugged in and ready to go for us to play. It was like
Oh, nice.
that was
Just already set up.
that was an exciting Christmas. It's because my parents bought it used,
Uh,
so it was like all ready to go. It had games already downloaded on it. It had Pokemon Snap on it, which I mean I'd already played
lucky
Pokemon
day.
Snap, and it had Mario 64. It had a bunch of games. Yeah, it was a good time. And then I also remember the year that we all got 3DSs for Christmas, and that was rad. That was super. That was super
that's
cool
cool.
Christmas. My family, so my dad, I probably get this from him for my own family, but my dad was a go all out for Christmas. He wanted the tree to be absolutely buried, and I gotta find a picture of it somewhere, but the presents stacked engulfed the tree up to half the tree's height of like a 6-foot tree. That like there were so many gifts, and as years went on, they cut down on those to like not. He was like, it's just too much because we seriously spent all of Christmas Day opening presents. He had a list. He had a list of presents to open, and it was like, okay, to me, he's like, son, go open up present number 26. And so we'd have to look through the tree for the one label that's 26. And then the other kids would open theirs at that same number coordination because we all got the 3DS at the same time. Or we all got socks. Because, it would be lame if we opened up a present and it was like, oh, you opened up your new pajamas and your brother opened up the brand new Wii that he got for Christmas this year.
Yeah.
So it was trying in an effort to try and keep it fair. Whereas growing up at my mom's, it was kind of the opposite. It was more just a free for all. Like everybody took turns. Everybody took turns, but you just took what you wanted from under the tree. We didn't have as many presents at her house versus my dad. My dad like just went all out. Still does. I mean, he purchased a whole bunch of stuff for my kids. But I remember just one year that the tree was just buried, and it's good memories. I mean, we had so much fun opening up all those presents, and that's what I want to have for my kids too. And that's why I kind of am in the attitude like, let's just get as much stuff for them as we can because it's a fun time. It's the time of the year to splurge on the kiddos, and they're at an age that those presents aren't super pricey.
Yeah.
They're not asking for a new laptop, a new Nintendo system,
Or Nintendo Switch. My oldest niece asked for that.
Oh, is your
I,
oldest niece getting that?
I don't think so.
Oh no, Micah! Now is your opportunity. Let's go. Let's head on down to the question.
She's I think a little young. Have her own.
Oh man, that was your
Potentially.
opportunity to be the coolest uncle in the whole freaking universe. Is you buy her a Nintendo Switch, or you do the real uncle thing and you buy yourself a new Nintendo Switch and you send her the old one.
Old one. Oh, that's a good point.
There you
Yeah, no,
go.
they might.
I mean,
I
get
mean, but
yourself an
par-
OLED.
parents might be trying to cut down on screen time or something. I don't know. You gotta ask permission first.
No, you don't. I just sent one. So this is going into another question here. So I'll finish. We'll finish answering Schlimtor's question. Favorite, all-time favorite video game related Christmas gift. So I usually we got our systems at Christmas. That was when we would get our systems, and they were usually the handhelds. We got the DS, I got the DS Lite, and I got the 3DS all at Christmas time. And we would usually get a gaggle of games. We all got Animal Crossing one year. That was super fun. Animal Crossing Wild World.
One I remember most is kind of similar, but not quite as cool as your everyone's opening up DSs. But we got two. We got two Game Boy.
over here.
We got
up DSs.
we got two Game Boy Colors with Super Mario Bros. Deluxe and the little connector cable thingies, so we could play.
That's rad.
And that was great.
Yeah.
So
So, Micah, just to be clear, that my family was not crazy.
you
money
know,
bags.
yeah.
We didn't have like I said, I got the N64 with my own money. We didn't have the home consoles. My parents bought the handhelds. After
Yeah.
the Super Nintendo, we didn't get any console until the Wii, and even that my parents got used. I had a Wii at both houses though, and I think my dad bought theirs new because we got it first there. But I don't know if that was for Christmas. I think that was just as a gift, just for fun.
Yeah. And then potentially one of my other greatest ones is going to sound kind of boring, but my parents got me a Pro controller. And it's one like a Pro controller is like, man, I wish I had a Pro controller, but I'm never going to like spend money to buy this for myself because it's not needed. It'd just be nice.
You are very welcome for that, sir, because that was
Yeah, I heard.
that was me. They asked me like, "What should we get
I
Michael
was
for
say
Christmas?"
they asked you and they also asked Max, I think. And it sounds like you both gave practically the same answer or something. Don't
That's
have to
right.
coordinate
It's like we're
it at all.
brothers.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So and it was kind of just that
I
was
knew
one
you
different-
wanted one. I knew you wanted one, and that you would really appreciate, especially for Smash Bros.
Yeah, for real. But so yeah, and it's just one of those the thought that counts. Like my parents usually just give people some money, but they also do like to get a couple small surprise gifts still. So it's the thought that counts, yo.
Yeah. Remember
So I
last
really
Christmas
appreciate it down.
when you gave the wrong? That was my fault as much as it was yours.
Yeah, because I'm still adamant that I sneakily brought up Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I've been thinking about getting that game."
I was never thinking about getting Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I just wanted the definitive edition of the first game.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I said 2 in there. But when I was saying Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I was actually thinking Xenoblade X.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even for the Switch. That was just still on the Wii U.
So that was for my father-in-law. He got me that gift, which shout out to Troy. He's awesome. Because this year, he got me another Switch game for Christmas. Remember how I said I got that Pokemon game for my father-in-law? He was like, dang it, I should have wrapped that. That should just be your Christmas present. So that's my Christmas present.
Rookie mistake.
Pokemon Sword. Still super awesome. My Christmas present this year was this microphone. This microphone. I spent a good amount of money on this microphone. I didn't pay full price for it, but so I'm expecting a lighter Christmas this year. It's like my wife. This was where that money went. But aren't you guys appreciative of that? I mean, like, it sounds so good. Look at this microphone.
Yeah, I don't know if it was better or worse being able to hear your voice clearly. Got him.
Got me good.
Guess I should try and put these gingerbread people in here or something.
Thanks so much for the question, Slim Tor. It's fun to go back and think about those times. Can I tell you, Micah, about a Christmas story not related to Nintendo?
Suppose you feel like you must.
As a kid, I saw at Toys R Us this VR Spider-Man game. Okay, this is before
Not real VR.
It is not really real VR.
Virtual
I think
Boy.
it was a plug into your TV and you used web shooters like a VR thing. It was like a headset thing you put on. I don't remember exactly. Details are a little fuzzy, but I really wanted
It's just a headset without like just holes cut out in the front.
I really wanted that. And I asked for that for Christmas. And lo and behold, a box, a nice long big box showed up under the tree. And I was so excited. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I'm going to get this brand new Spider-Man game. I was so pumped. I rip open the paper and just my face is just crestfallen. Like, as what is inside is a brand new keyboard, a piano. I didn't ask for a piano, by the way, or keyboard.
Yeah, you can thank me for that. Your parents asked me when we were very young and we didn't know each other yet, and I was like, get him a keyboard. He would love it.
And
well, at first they're like, we were getting him this weird like Spider-Man game. I was like, no, that's garbage.
I was so shocked and taken aback by what I thought I was getting versus what I got that I was really I definitely was unappreciative. Yeah, it wasn't the right response to give. I was young though. I still said, "Oh, thank you," and did that, but
after you cried for like 10 seconds.
They could see it in my face that I was extremely disappointed. And let me tell you, Micah, I used that keyboard more than any other Christmas present I think I ever received for Christmas.
I thought you were going to say you used that guilt to make them get you that Spider-Man thing or something.
No, I did not. Because
you're such a kind child.
That thing was junk, and my parents knew better. They knew that was a complete waste of money, and I am glad that they got me something that I actually used and used a whole bunch. Taught myself to play piano with that. It was a fantastic present, and I used that up until college, when we finally did not have space for it in our tiny apartment, so we sold that, got rid of it. It was at that point like 10, 15 years old. So
when you're fine, it's that point when you sold, when you're finally like, you know what, that was actually a pretty good gift.
I had a great time with that. So yeah, that's my Christmas story. A very vivid Christmas memory I have that's like not very positive. Schlimtor, thank you so much for that question. Let's move on to the next question here. Solo Something asks, is eggnog an obnoxious elixir or the best thing since sliced bread? Or alternatively, peanut butter that was mixed with jelly? I think you got sandwiches on the brain, Solo Something. Since sliced bread or PBJ, go make yourself a sandwich, man.
I think eggnog is right up there with peanut butter and jelly. If I'm right up there, I'm way down here because I don't think it's very good.
You don't like eggnog?
I don't like it.
I thought you were going to say that you like eggnog.
Nope, I like neither of those things.
I love eggnog. I love it. I drink it weird. I think it might be a little bit too thick, fresh out the jug. If you get the jug eggnog,
then you don't truly love eggnog.
I mean, I like it like that, but I prefer things be watered down in any capacity.
You water down your chocolate milk, don't you?
I do. Yep. Not water. I milk it down. You
put some water in.
I just add. I'm like, let me just add this water bottle to this eggnog. No, I mix it with milk to thin out the eggnog a little bit, so it's not.
Is it the flavor or mostly just the texture?
It's the texture.
Why is this drink thick?
Yes, it's the texture, and that's the problem I have with chocolate milk as well. If you get too thick of a chocolate milk, it's just is like
milk should not be thick.
Yeah, right. I don't like the texture. That's really what it's about. And I guess I do like it lighter flavored because I like the texture that way. I've grown accustomed to the flavor being lighter. I like eggnog. It is not an obnoxious elixir. But I can agree it's not for everybody. Funny story here. My dad never had eggnog until he was in like college, like an older teen. And he first had it and was like, "This is so good," and he just guzzled it. He just kept having more and more and more, and he made himself sick.
Does he still like eggnog?
He still likes eggnog. Yeah,
Okay, that is
yeah.
a perfect conclusion to the story. He just doesn't like eggnog
No,
anymore.
and he passed that love on to us, and I've passed that on to my children. My children love eggnog. Oh man, we buy eggnog, and it's not gonna stay. It's not gonna last because my son will
That's
be
why you gotta have
asking.
the second secret eggnog.
The secret eggnog, the one we keep in the cupboard, not in the fridge.
Yeah.
uh, thanks so much for the question, Solo. That's another Christmas treat. Eggnog. They have these new flavors. You know, eggnog used to be when we were kids. There was just eggnog, and now they've got like French vanilla,
Mountain Splash
mountains.
eggnog. What are those like Mountain Dew flavors that are like, or Gatorade that
There's
are
a
like
question.
over the top intense
Yeah,
sounding?
there's a question. Has anybody tried mixing eggnog with Mountain Dew?
Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee someone has.
Ooh, let us know what your weird Christmas concoctions entail in the comments. Next question comes from Textray, and this is coming back to the question where I'm thinking Micah could be the coolest uncle of all time this year. What are you hoping to get or buy for yourself for Christmas this year? / are you buying any Nintendo things for your kids, nephews, and nieces? So, Micah, you want to go first? What are you hoping to get or buy for
Um,
yourself for Christmas? Because as you've made clear, you're going to be getting money that you have to spend.
yeah, to be honest, I don't know. There's not really anything that I really want this Christmas. Kind of afterwards, Pokemon Legends will probably be a a late Christmas gift to myself.
I think it's time. It's time to dive in on 2021 for games for you, Micah. Mario Golf, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, Mario Party Superstars.
And I've already gone this long without getting them.
Yeah,
Might as well wait for next year's
just need you to get
games.
Mario Golf so we can play some, man.
Well,
Might as well wait
if
for
I
next year's
somehow if
Christmas.
I somehow end up with Mario Golf,
We'll play. That'll be our Christmas game.
yeah.
We're gonna play some Mario Golf every Christmas. Um. Oh wait, Micah. I gotta go back to that vast question. Text Tray, we're pausing your question, going back to that vast question. Do you have any game that you prefer to play during the holidays? I almost always do the Fortnite Christmas event, and I
Yes,
play
that's
pretty
true.
regularly for the Fortnite Christmas event. They've done something like 12 days of Christmas themed the past since I've been playing. There's been a couple Christmases. There was one where it was like paired with Star Wars, and they had a whole bunch
Oh,
of
that's right.
Star Wars Christmas gifts. And like each day you logged in, you could open up another present.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that?
pretty
And
cool.
then you got the Christmas tree Jonesy. If you clicked on the Christmas tree, it was like, oh, yep, it's not
And
actually
I
a tree.
got
It's actually a guy.
and I got one of the best backpacks in all the game that I don't think I've ever seen anyone else use, which is a
Yeah.
gingerbread man who yells so loud
Yeah, we need to bring that guy
when
back.
you're skydiving.
That was a Christmas exclusive, wasn't it? From
I think so. I don't remember what I did to unlock it.
yeah.
I just saw it in my locker one day and I was like, this is great. And he's ready to box when you're downed, I think. I'm pretty sure he dabs sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But it's mostly just when you're like diving, him screaming so loud.
the
And other people are always like, what the heck is that?
yeah. Yeah, anytime we play with someone, I was like, what was that? That's so great.
And
What a great backbling.
just
They need to
imagine
bring that kind of stuff
you're
back.
running through a field and then you just hear someone screaming really high pitched as loud as they can. I mean, I would panic if I heard that falling down on me. So
Yeah.
I like to think it instills fear in my enemies.
One Christmas, they gave away the battle pass to anybody who finished. That was a cool Christmas event and gift. I think like everybody got the battle pass for that next season. I think it was just kind of a way to hook you into the ecosystem. I remember everybody saying goodbye defaults, we'll never see you again.
Because once you get the battle pass, you gotta keep playing so you can keep getting the battle pass.
Yeah, it's a good system and it's fun.
Unfortunately, you really don't have to play much.
So back to Textray's question then. What are you hoping to get or buy for yourself for Christmas this year? You don't want anything at all?
I mean, nothing that I really need or want.
What are you planning on doing with that money then? You can't save it. They said that's not allowed.
That's a good question.
You can get one of these fancy Christmas sweaters.
They always say that, but I'm usually able to secret it away. I
hide it in the couch cushions.
It's so hard for me to spend money.
I know, that's why.
And I don't know why.
You know, I'm just going to call them up and tell them they need to buy you something instead of giving you money. Because you just...
That doesn't sound reasonable.
It is reasonable.
I'm trying to be fiscally responsible over here.
It's Christmas. It's not the time to be fiscally responsible.
All these bad influences in my life.
Only one time a year will I be a bad influence to the wallets of everyone. And that's for Christmas, because 'tis the season to spend money.
I thought tis the season to give.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna tell them to give you something. That's what I'm getting at here, bud.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can spread it far and wide, everywhere. People, you can give me things.
Plane tickets, Micah, says Muggle Moo.
That's a little spendy, though. That's out of my allotted Christmas money.
Micah came and visited us last Christmas, and it was super fun. You stayed with us for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Always welcome. Can stay longer, too. Man.
Yeah, that was great. I was trying to think, like, what's the cheapest time of year to fly to Florida?
I'm not sure. Probably February?
Yeah, February. I was thinking maybe
no
sometime in the summer. Like, people...
No. People will be flying
a lot of
in the
people
summer.
come in the summer?
Yeah, that's when they're going to come down and do all their... in the summer. Yeah, but that's when they're coming... They all their kids are out of school. They're doing all their beach trips, their Disney vacations. Yeah. Yeah, no. That's a bad time. That's why I'm saying February. It's like middle of the school year, kind of a not great time.
Right at the start of school year, maybe then.
Yeah. What am I hoping to get for myself? I'm kind of in the same boat this year, Micah. I don't
paid definitive edition finally.
I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I want. I've kind of been buying the things I want as they come, especially in the gaming sphere. There's a couple of games on my wish list, like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I'd say is on the wish list, but do I really want that? I question that all the time.
And you really spend that time?
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't think I had the time. As far as like Switch games go, there's just nothing that I really want right now. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to.
Mayhaps an Oculus Quest, or I guess they're called. What are they?
Yeah, I want a VR headset. I want a VR headset. I have had that on my wish list for gift things for a while, but how often do you use your VR headset, Micah?
My computer's not powerful enough.
Oh, okay.
Without my graphics card.
My problem is I feel like I wouldn't get as much use out of it as I'm thinking. And I don't know if I want to go cheap with the Oculus Quest or if I want to have something bigger, better that uses my PC.
Well, I feel like the best part of the Quest is just that it doesn't have to be connected to a computer. And I believe you can if you want to.
Yeah, but I have the nice computer that could run the nicer headset, right?
But you don't have to worry about cords. You can spin around in circles as much as you want.
Yeah. So this is the problem. This is the problem is that VR headsets are becoming very much like PCs and that they come with different specs and there's like different classes. And it's like, I just want to go and buy the thing. You know, like the Nintendo Switch. You go and buy the Nintendo Switch. You got the Nintendo Switch. I mean, there's different models, but there's no difference in power or in the games you're playing on those, right?
Yeah.
But with VR, there's not a this is the one to get. Quest is really pushing to be that, but I'm on the fence on whether I'd like it or not. So I don't
So
know.
you just gotta. I got Robo Recall for free with mine,
Yeah,
and
and
actually,
we could play some multiplayer together.
this Xbox One controller, which I have used so much for like online games, has been so useful to me. But
I don't
Robo
know.
Recall is such a fun game
I think I have a Christmas list somewhere. Let's check. Let's
that you could have been looking at for what you want for Christmas.
for what I'm wanting for Christmas. Is this a text Ray? Are you trying to get us something for Christmas? Just kidding. He's like, absolutely not. Not a VR headset.
Yeah, because here's some ideas, like maybe a new
Hey.
car.
Okay, so
or
here's some of the things I've got. A piano. I want a piano.
grand
No, too big.
keyboard.
Probably a standing. No, not a keyboard. Too cheap.
Okay,
Too small.
piano.
I want a piano, like a standing piano, like the one you guys have that isn't broken. Your guys' is pretty bad.
Broken. I don't
Yours
know
is
what you're
just used
talking
to hold
about.
picture frames at your house.
Yeah, it's not actually broken. It's just supposedly out of tune, but it has been
Yes.
tuned once, semi recently, like a year and a half ago at this point.
Oh.
But it didn't fully take it. It's been out of tune so long it requires a few tunings.
Gotcha.
We didn't do.
So the piano would be fun. I have VR headset on here, but like I said, I'm a little like confused on what I want out of that. A gaming computer mouse. I'm using an
yeah.
Amazon's basic mouse for all. I
Yeah,
don't want it.
Was it like $10?
I don't know. Probably cheaper than
But
that.
I think this isn't one. But I do have a gaming mouse somewhere that's corded, and I think I got it for like $12.
Yeah, I just want a more comfortable mouse, more ergonomic. Not necessarily for gaming, because I don't hardly game on my PC, but for everything else I do, like podcasting and
Just gotta get one of those
lots of
sideways
typing.
ones.
Yeah, there you
Which
go.
that
Oh,
does
I
seem
have the
comfortable.
Shure SMB7 microphone on my list. That can be deleted. I have that now. I'm pretty pumped that I was able to snag this used, so I got it on a really good deal. The best microphone on the on the market for individuals.
Well, yeah, for civilians.
For civilians. I mean, this is professional grade, like professional quality. The pros are using these. It's just not like it's just not the most fanciest that you can possibly get, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I just tried some
have
of this frosting, and it is straight gross.
I have Mansions of Madness on here. So I have new board games and Mansions of Madness separately. I did just get for my birthday though a gosh, who makes Mansions of Madness? I can't remember the company. A game by them that's Lord of the Rings themed instead. So I got that. Tetris Effect. Oh yeah, I want Tetris Effect. That's my Nintendo thing I want. And then I want a Nintendo themed button-up shirt. Like a nice Hawaiian shirt that's like Nintendo-y themed. Maybe the Tom Nook one.
Nintendo wine shirt would be so good.
Yeah, I feel like I would really like that. They're just really expensive. Most places that you look, they're like $100 shirts. And at that point, I'm like, I'm never gonna buy this for myself.
With our merch store, we could potentially upload our own Nintendo-ish.
Oh my gosh, do they have button-ups as an option? I
don't know. I don't know
think
if
I
they
saw
do.
one.
They probably don't, but
That would be a good idea, though. That'd be a good idea.
you probably wouldn't have. I don't know if you could do like, if you could theoretically potentially get in trouble for using like actual Nintendo IPs.
Right. No, it would be a Nintendo Pals one, is what I'm saying. I'd get a Nintendo Pals printed Hawaiian shirt. That would be pretty funny. Yeah. So that's really it for me on things that I want. And the problem is they're all just like too high a price range, or things that I'm like not really that like I want. Like I completely forgot I wanted Tetris Effect until just now. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
So
a
how
good
bad
gift.
do you really want?
Exactly. That's where I'm at. The things I wanted really bad, I have. The
Now
thing I
that you're
wanted
now
really,
that you're
really
an
bad
adult, if
was,
you really want something, you just buy it.
yeah, I mean, as long as it's a good price. Like, I wasn't
Yeah.
going to buy a brand new Shure SM7B microphone. It's just way too much money, especially with all the gear that you need with it. So I think for Christmas, I'm just going to tell your family that you want a Shure SM7B microphone with an audio interface and an
Yeah.
arm.
I'm gonna tell them right now I don't.
Just gonna get you all this nice stuff for the podcast. He wants a DLSR camera that can hook up to his computer so he can stream. I mean, you do want those things, just probably
Yeah,
not
nice.
like
I think
thousand
I feel
dollar.
like my camera has getting more and more out of focus the farther into this episode we've gotten.
It's because
I feel like I've gotten blurrier and blurrier.
it's emphasizing
It's
your
a little
treat.
clearer around like my gingerbread house. Yeah, my gingerbread house, not particularly. Well, that was close.
I am balancing this so precariously right here so that you can see it. Ba boom. It's pretty good. That's pretty
This
great.
might look at these icicles dangling off the front of my house there. Yeah.
That's good. And yours has gingerbread people, which
Oh
mine
yeah.
did not have. We have
Made that from
gingerbread people.
scratch.
My
Ish.
son's kit this year is ninja bread men.
Oh
And
no.
they are gingerbread men shaped like ninjas.
There's easy access.
It's the garage.
Exactly. When did that happen?
Oh, some gingerbread houses are not built up to code, is all we can say.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good time. Uh, our next question. Second half of Texter's question. Are you buying any Nintendo things for your kids, nephews, and nieces? We're getting some Switch games for my kids. I know my son is going to be getting Just Dance 2022. Pretty excited for that one. And then I'm looking right now for Miitopia because I think they would like Miitopia. They play the demo a lot.
For the kids.
I don't know if I would actually play it all the way through.
Wow.
I'm not
After
really.
advocating Mies so much.
I just don't have the time, and it didn't grab me that much. I did enjoy it. It would actually be really fun to stream that. But this would be for the kids, 100%,
because
they love
stream expense.
They love making Miis, and they love playing the Miitopia demo. They play it over and over and over. Both my son and daughter like to play the Miitopia demo. So I feel like it's one that I should get them. And then, am I forgetting anything that we're getting Nintendo Christmas gifts for anybody else? I don't think so.
Well, I think you're not forgetting, but you can't just say what you're getting me. Spoil it, of course.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Can't do that. So what do you want for Christmas this year? I just kidding. I usually get a Christmas sweater from my mother-in-law. A game-themed Christmas sweater. I'm wearing the one right now. This Zelda one. I got a Pac-Man one. I have a second Zelda one that's very similar to this one, but it's different colors. A third Zelda one that's all Link, like 8-bit Link.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So
Forgot that you had that one.
The thing about these is I love them. I think that they are fantastic, and they are not something that I would ever buy myself. These are real knitted sweaters as well. These aren't like a print onto a sweatshirt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that won't peel the first or second time you wash it.
This won't peel ever because it's knitted. Like it's knitted patterns, right?
Yeah.
The thing about it is that I can only wear them like once a year. And now that I live in Florida, even that's kind of pushing it. Because
There's one night a year where you can wear sweaters, so you gotta just like change them out to get them all in.
exactly, it's too warm. So that's why I'm kind of hoping that maybe we switch it up and go with the Hawaiian shirts instead. And we're gonna go like, hey, this is the Florida equivalent of a Christmas sweater.
Just a sweater.
But if I get another
I'm all
sweater, I'll
here for
love that
that.
too. I just love these. They are comfortable. I love sweaters. Sweaters are the way to go. They're comfortable. They're nice quality. It's just I can't wear these that often, and I want ones. I wish that they made these, but not so Christmassy. Because if this didn't have snowflakes and stuff on it, and it was just a bunch
Like
of
all year
Triforces,
round,
I could wear this anytime. Yeah,
except the summer. But
I could wear it then too. I would suffer, but
I
I'd do it.
technically, but
Yeah, that's how I feel about these. I want like a less festive sweater.
a
Ones that
year-round sweater.
ones that I can wear year round.
Or
Yeah.
you just see a sweater that has like little sections for every holiday.
Yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmas, left shoulder Christmas kind of deal.
And then the stomach would be Thanksgiving because
Yeah,
it'd be
that makes
extra
sense.
large.
More Nintendo Pals merch in the making, live right now. Yeah.
This is maternity shirts for
So, do
Thanksgiving.
you have anything that you are buying for kids, nephews, nieces? You don't have any nephews, just
Uh,
nieces,
yeah, I just got a couple nieces and
siblings.
that don't have any. I mean, I don't have any Nintendo things they would like that I can get.
I gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's our Christmas lists this year. We're checking them twice and having a great time. Text Ray, thank you so much for the question. Last question here comes from Hambone Johnny. He says, "Give me your best Super Mario Christmas themed game level or game idea." Oh no, I'm sorry. Give me your best Super Mario Christmas themed game or level idea. Wait, we have one more question, don't we? I didn't copy that one over. My bad. We have one more from
Oh, Spider Shan
Spider
wasn't
Shan
it?
from Spider Shan.
Yeah,
So
it was
this
like
isn't the
three
last
minutes
question.
after we were supposed to have started, but we got started a little late.
Hey, he got it in. So I think a level where you run around a little like Santa workshop, but instead of Santa and elves, it's Bowser and a bunch of Goombas, and they're like crafting stuff for Christmas. So like Goombas with little elf hats, and Bowser wearing a big Santa suit, and Mario ruins Christmas.
Sounds about right. So this is like a game from Bowser's perspective then.
No. Mario, you're playing as Mario, and you're just trying to ruin Christmas. Maybe Mario's dressed as the Grinch. It makes it sort of make sense. That's yeah.
Yeah, I just think they could have like a level where you have to from Mario 64, you have to get that baby penguin back to his mother
Mm-hmm.
since all these jerks just keep throwing him off cliffs and things.
Terrible people.
So yeah,
I wouldn't believe it. I
monsters.
definitely didn't do that ever.
So it'd be a game like that where you just have to carry this penguin through the levels, potentially using them to solve little puzzles or throwing them off cliffs, whatever you want to do.
We're just gonna go now. Here's a game idea: full Mario RPG sequel, but this one has a choice system. And for every dialogue choice you make, you get assigned a naughty or nice. And if you go 100% nice, you have the best Christmas ending. If you go 100% naughty, you have the worst Christmas ending, and somewhere in the middle.
Well, I feel like if you go 100% naughty, you should destroy Christmas for everyone, which I feels like would kind of be what you wanted. So it would also be a nice ending for you, just bad for everyone else.
Yeah, it's a good idea. What are those called? A morality system. A morality system in Mario. I'll just combine that with my workshop idea. If you can get through the level without killing any Goombas, then at the end, instead of Bowser attacking you, he shakes your hand and gives you a Christmas present and then flies off on his sleigh. And if and if you destroy all the Goombas, then Bowser fights you, and then you fly off on the sleigh and you crash. That's my Mario Christmas game. Thanks so much for the question, Hambone Johnny. And then our real last question. We saved the best for last. And the best
No offense to
for,
all these other questions.
and the best for last minute submissions. The question is, what would be the plot of a Nintendo Christmas special? And Micah, you gave me some in the pre-show, like what? And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
dang it, that's a good idea. So you give yours while I think of something.
It would essentially be kind of like Subspace Emissary in Smash Bros. How like everyone's getting together and they have all these like intense cutscenes and things, but it's all for just some massive snowball fight.
That is
And
not
it's
what you were
just-
talking about in the.
That is exactly what I said before.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give your idea that I supposedly heard, and I'm just making up in my head. Okay, so massive snowball fight.
Yeah, with all the Mario and crossover things as well.
Okay.
What were you think I was talking about? I didn't make the exact Subspace Emissary.
I was thinking
comparison.
that it was gonna be like Mario and friends work together to make Christmas, like decorate the castle for Christmas. That seems to be what I remember in my mind. So yeah, that's what they.
So in other words, you just weren't listening to what I was saying.
No, I wasn't.
But I mean, that's another good idea I came up with.
Yeah,
I just want a scene where Samus comes in and is really intense, starts charging her charge beam, and everyone's like, "Oh no!" As Mario or someone's about to get obliterated, it would appear, and then just after all the charging and intenseness, a snowball just boop, boop someone in the face.
This has to be claymation.
And I want like a Falcon punch. He just has a huge snowball and just Falcon punches someone with it. Although they do essentially die.
I like this a lot. Someone make this that knows how to do claymation. Let's just make a whole Nintendo Smash Christmas special. That'd be super great. Well, with that Christmas special idea coming to a close, this Christmas episode has come to a close, and we are so happy to be here in the holiday season, making Gingerbread House. So let's do one more show off here of our our gingerbread creations. Here is my train.
I'll have you know, mine also looks bright and colorful like that. It just doesn't come through with my camera very well.
Yeah, my camera's picking up the colors very nice today. I just hope I don't drop it.
They got some stuff on the rooftops as well. Snowflakes and random dots.
I put these Twizzlers down as train tracks. You see that?
Oh, I like that. Why does your train have a mustache?
Because it's King Babam, the train. These turned out pretty good, actually. Your house turned out really good for
how sketchy it was. I had to hold the roof for so long, and every time I let go, it would slide a little bit. But it somehow stayed. So
tomorrow, I'll let my kids just devour this.
Yeah, have you tried the frosting? I don't know if it's the same stuff, but this frosting is gross. Like it's real bad.
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Easy build royal icing, or is yours different? I was wondering if it'd be the exact
Mine
same.
is the same. Easy build royal icing.
It's so gross.
My tastes are just not
It's, I mean, I'm not a huge frosting person, anyways, but
not very fancy.
there's something about that I did not enjoy.
Well, if you want to see more awesome content like this, you know, check out our YouTube channel where we are posting video versions of streams we do, and there's also a video version of the podcast every week. Now, we're trying to speedrun our way up past 100 subscribers so we can get a pretty looking URL for our YouTube channel. So please, if you haven't already, just go out and give us a sub. Also, you can follow us on Twitch where you can watch these live. Super fun. We have a great time over here on Twitch, hanging out with people in chat. We got a lot of fun channel point reward things. You can make us play the saxophone if you get enough channel points.
They said to show off the back of my house.
The back of your house is nothing.
Even the back half of my roof has nothing.
That's about how people decorate for Christmas in real life, though. Who decorates the back? I mean, my house, we decorate the back because it's visible from the street.
Yeah, across like the lake.
Yeah, across a little man-made pond. What was I saying, Mike?
So
YouTube, Twitch. We're also on all social media channels. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and you can follow us and find all sorts of fun content there. We're making a lot of stuff. And we have something to suit everyone's needs. If you want long form, you can listen to the podcast or watch the video VODs of our streams. If you want something a little bit more bite-sized than that, like a nice good lunch instead of a hearty dinner, then you can check out the YouTube versions of our streams. And if you don't have time for that and you just want a snack, you can check out all of our short videos where we do like 1 minute long versions of our videos. And if you don't even have time for that, you just want to read one-liners and things like that, we got those too. Twitter.
If your phone's real smart, it might be able to read that to you. I don't know how that text-to-speech stuff
there
works.
is literally a Nintendo Pals thing for everyone. That's just how awesome it is. And if you're a first-time listener and you have made it this far, thank you for listening. And thanks to everybody who listens. Please, 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 whether you're new, whether you're old, whether you're not going to listen to this again, what have you, or you're going to keep listening forever, leave us a 5-star review. We accept them from everyone and anyone. Either you're like, I would absolutely crack up if someone left a 5-star review. Like, I'm never listening to this show again, but I'm leaving them a 5-star review. That would make me laugh. But I actually appreciate the amount of people we have listening regularly, the amount of support we get from our amazing community. If you want to join in and be a part of this amazing community more actively, then hit up our Discord. But as always, we're super welcoming of lurkers, listeners, and any sort of form of participation you want to have with Nintendo Pals stuff. Yeah. Micah's a lurker on our Discord, so you can be too.
I am kind of a lurker.
You can join and never comment on anything. That's okay. People are busy.
I feel like I've defended us a little bit. I do comment sometimes.
Yep.
Usually when it's related to Metroid.
Like I said, it's chill. It's chill. This is like we're not like begging for people to watch our stuff. I do talk about it every single week, but it's at your pace, what you can manage. That's all we can ask, right? And if you can't listen to us, well, you're not at this point in the show anyway.
Yeah, you're not listening.
I feel like 5-star reviews. That's all I'm trying to get at is just leave us more 5-star reviews, people. Thank you.
My problem is that the Discord is I feel like I don't notice things, and then I've missed my window to comment on things as people have moved on.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you could bring back up that thing from. I mean, you do it literally every episode with Wind Waker versus Ocarina of Time. You know, the window to talk about that closed like 30 episodes ago.
That's a different thing. That window never closes. That's more just like
that window's open all the time, and I can talk about it whenever I want.
That's just an open field. There's no wall where a window is needed.
Well, that is a wrap on the show. So let's come here and we will do our outro. Wait. There we go. Special thanks to Roger Pollard, our good friend, for making the intro and outro music for our show, as well as the Nintendo Pals logo. If you want to check out his creative works, maybe hit him up to have music and logos of your own done. You can find links to his stuff in the description of our podcast. And with that, I guess we'll close out here. Micah, do you want to do a closing remark? Maybe we could do like something in sync, like Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. We'll do Happy Holidays.
I was gonna do both.
Okay.
And then I was thinking of adding in a third thing for if you don't celebrate any holidays this time, just have a good time anyways.
Well, then say I ruined your outro.
You did ruin it. It's destroyed now.
Much
I'll
like
never give an outro again.
much like the gingerbread wall.
I'll never make a gingerbread house again either. I guess. But I mean, I can say it now if you want.
Yeah.
Now that I've given away the ending, but spoilers. But yeah, I guess just Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. You heard the last part already. So
Happy
enjoy
holidays,
these times
y'all.
anyways.
Enjoy this season with your family, friends, or yourself.
By yourself.
Treat yourself to some Nintendo Pals awesomeness. We'll still be here this whole month, having a good time. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Have fun.
I like the windshield wiper.
Yeah.